Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Juan.
Hey.
And Jay.
Hi, guys.
And reprising her role as my second favorite guest because she sides with Juan, Aquila.
You know what? Fuck you. Don't attack her.
Wow, that's such a warm welcome. Thanks, Sean.
I'm sorry.
It's warm for Sean.
It's because you side with Juan, and then he feels so vindicated afterwards, and then he just gloats. He just fucking gloats. But anyway,
I may.
Oh yeah, you may. Anyway,
any Juan victory is a victory for Juan.
I don't get many of those Aquila, so thank you.
That's not true. You got a total. You got a total of like what, 7 of them? Anyway, this is our theme music. This is our theme music. No, 3 seasons in. That's still not it. Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying. This is season 3, episode 10, which makes this one our season finale. We did it.
Yeah,
we made it. We're in. Wait, is this where the show usually turns bad and like on TV? Is that what happens?
Yeah, next season we have to jump the shark. But I feel like we've been jumping the shark for the last couple seasons, man.
Well, I know you've been jumping several sharks with a lot of your references.
It's true. It's very, very true. As usual, folks, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And at the end of every show notes, there's a link to leave us a voicemail. At the end of this episode, I don't know when we'll be back. We'll usually take a 4 to 5 week break. But once we figure it out, we'll be sure to keep it posted on the socials. And also stay tuned to the end for something very special that we cooked up for you guys. With that being said, we'll go ahead and start the show. And we'll start with a catch up. Now, Juan, because I usually start with you, I'm going to start with the guest today.
Absolutely. That's a polite thing to do.
Oh, is it? Aquila, how have you been? How have you been since the last time you were on the show?
Been great. I probably, gained like 5 more followers on Instagram.
Hey.
So, I'm on my way to being like IG famous, guys.
That's what it's about. That's
what life's all about, dude.
Hey, speaking of Instagram, I was just told the other day that Facebook is for old people and that the kids are using Instagram.
No, the kids are using TikTok, bro. You're still behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you learned this week, Juan?
Yeah, that's what I learned. Somebody told me, Facebook is for old people. And I'm like, I use Facebook. And they're like, my point proven.
Well, you're an old fucking man, bro. You're an old man. How about you, Jay? How was your week?
It's great. I'm still on MySpace, and
as long as you're not on Friendster, I think we're okay.
Oh well, all my Friendster friends left me for TikTok videos.
I can believe that. I can believe that. That's
No, I've been good, dude. Nothing really interesting happened. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. Nothing interesting happened to me either. No, nothing interesting happened to me. This week was kind of a blur because, again, work has been super busy. So I've been just trying to stay alive and find time for myself and to do the show and to make show notes that nobody reads.
You're welcome.
It's a delicate balance.
Sean, I read them.
Thank you.
I even clicked on the links.
Thank you.
I did too.
And it's funny. So
you know what? Fuck you guys. I read them before the show. I just couldn't click on the links.
You're supposed to hold it, and then the link will come up.
Yeah. I even have a link in here that says for Juan because I know for a fact you won't know who this person is. It's great. Anyway, so today's episode it was another one of Juan's idea. We used 2 of Juan's ideas so far.
Wait, are we really going to ignore the elephant in the room and we're not going to talk about the fact that COVID ends tomorrow?
Yeah, we can.
No, COVID doesn't end tomorrow. Just there was.
Yeah, dude. According to everybody, COVID ends tomorrow. Don't ruin it, man.
The restrictions on COVID and tomorrow they're being lifted tomorrow, but COVID's still out there, dude.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah tomorrow, and
I don't think you
you don't know
what's going on
the
inside.
story of Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's not it.
I thought we were all gonna prance around naked down the streets tomorrow without a mask.
I honestly don't think you understand what was happening there.
Do you even know where the story of Sodom and Gomorrah came from?
Yeah, the Bible
Oh, what
or a Marvel
what
comic.
book?
Which one? Genesis.
What Captain America issue did Sodom and Gomorrah story come from?
Issue 344.
Who was in it?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
And-
And Black Panther.
And Saddam. But in all seriousness, tomorrow's a big day. All the restrictions are lifting up except for employees in the workplace. I mean, people are still going to be required to wear masks at the workplace until probably the 17th when it goes to vote by Cal OSHA and the governor. But as of right now, tomorrow, if you've been vaccinated and it's been 2 weeks since your second vaccine, or if you're on J&J, you get to go mask.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that tomorrow is when they lift all the restrictions. But like Jay said, COVID's still out there. It's like guy. It's like that guy that walked into your yard asking if you can sleep in your garage. Is that what happened?
No,
I can't remember.
They walked up because they wanted to check out the place. No, but the scary part is it's going to be self-regulated. Like we're supposed to trust people that don't have masks, that they actually got their vaccine, and they're not.
You know, the masks, people are gonna wear them for different reasons. They're gonna wear them to showcase their political beliefs. You know, like if you're not a Republican, you're wearing your mask. If you're a Democrat, you're wearing a mask. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's funny how this world-stopping pandemic is boiled down to like
politics,
political beliefs and political alignment, which is.
So, my question is, I don't know about Aquila, but I know you and I are vaccinated. Are you guys going to wear a mask?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Not only because my work requires me to wear one, but
but outside of work.
Oh yeah, because again, it's self-regulated. So how am I supposed to know?
But again, you wear the mask to prevent the spread. If somebody is lying that they got vaccinated and they're positive with COVID, you still have a risk because that motherfucker chose not to wear a mask.
I'm not really sure what you're lobbying for here.
I
think he just wants you not to wear a mask.
No.
He wants me to get it. I see.
The thing is, I know I could go without a mask, but if Joe Smo doesn't believe in vaccines and he's COVID positive and he decides to lie that he's been vaccinated and is walking around without a mask, whether I have a mask on or not, that motherfucker. Yeah,
that Joe Smo's a dick, dude.
So what you're saying is there's no point to wear a mask.
No, there is, but I know that I've been vaccinated, and if I don't have to wear a mask, I'm probably not.
Well, I mean, the masks are to help prevent the spread of it, and I think they feel that we don't have to wear the mask because the numbers for COVID have kind of dropped. So, I mean, the whole thing was it was overwhelming a lot of the hospitals, and there just wasn't enough equipment and staff for everyone. So, I mean, people are still going to get COVID. They're still going to get sick, but I mean, now it's manageable now, you know?
Mm. And 70% of the population in California have.
It's just everyone's been wearing this mask for about a year now, and everyone's been used to just like social distancing and all of these like restrictions that now all of a sudden, they're being lifted, and we're supposed to kind of go back to like the way things were. I don't know. It's just a weird transition for a lot of people, like.
Which also kind of leads me to wonder how many people are going to be iffy and shaky starting tomorrow when there's really not social distancing being enforced or in effect. Like in the theme park industry, you were used to regulating 6 feet apart, not having people inside buildings.
I think,
And tomorrow it kind of goes away. And as a guest, how many people are going to wonder, man, these fuckers aren't social distancing.
Well,
yet we're not required to do that.
Well, there's two things. A, you have to remember, like, if you're going out to a theme park, you have to remember what kind of folks these are. Like, you have to understand if that's where you're going, then I mean, you can't, and you know that's not the rule. Then to expect it to happen is kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, it doesn't, in my mind. I mean, I've been to Costco, so I don't think social. I mean,
no. Social distancing.
Yeah.
Those are just decorations, man.
Yeah. So
you're at Costco. Buy these social distancing markers.
Yeah, if you come out of Costco unscathed, I think you can face the regular world, no problem.
Well, today after work, I went to Costco and I saw a lot of people walking around without masks. And in my head, I'm like, these motherfuckers. And then the other side of my head goes, well, they won't have to wear them tomorrow if they're vaccinated. So,
well, I mean, there was also the edict, I think, a couple of weeks ago where if you were vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask outdoors.
Yes, that is the CDC guidance. But in the state of California, until the 15th, the governor has not lifted the mask mandate.
Yeah.
So as of midnight tonight, if you've been vaccinated, technically you can go and burn your fucking mask.
So what you're saying is, you're going to go burn your mask at midnight.
No, because I honestly, even though I say I've been vaccinated, and I know I haven't been vaccinated.
Are you a politician? Because you're going back and forth. First you're going to wear a mask, and you're not going to wear a mask.
Here's the thing. I'm torn, man, because I don't want to make I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. So unless I'm walking around with a fucking scarlet letter with the fucking CDC card stapled to my clothes like a kindergartner, how am I going to make the person standing next to me at Starbucks feel comfortable knowing that I've been vaccinated? So is the polite thing for me to wear the mask even though I know it's been well past my 2-week mark? Or
dude, I think you're overthinking this.
Yeah,
I am.
Like, yeah, way
But because we
overthinking
live in a fucking society filled with Karens and Kims and whatever you fucking call them, that I don't want I don't want people to be triggered when I walk into the store going, where the fuck is your mask? And me having to go, well, here's my CDC card. And I don't have to show you my CDC card. Fuck you. I also have rights.
I get it, but I mean, a lot of times, I mean, I would say 80% of the time you walk around and you don't have a mask, no one's going to say anything. No one wants to confront anybody. No one wants to be that person.
Then why is social media filled with videos of people confronting people?
Those are like 2% of the population that are getting these videos on, recording them and then sending them out there. It's not like everyone's sending a video out there that
it's like
these people are.
True.
It's like the same 15 videos, like the same that everyone has seen. And it's actually a very good segue, Jay, because it brings us into our topic of today, which is social media, right? So you talk about these Karens, they got like a good clump of videos, and they're actually all like permeated through social media. Now, I don't know about you, but like recently we had this event at work, and it was centered around kids, and they're all like high school age, and all of them were like buried in their goddamn phone, buried in it, and like they're around literally. Huge groups, none of them really looking at each other, all kind of buried in their phone. What do you guys think the impact of like something like that is on the future of America?
So
it's really sad.
100%.
It's really sad.
Now I say that to say that I grew up in a time where like AOL was just taking off. So like even me myself, there's a fascination with technology, and you guys know me well enough to know that I'm like obsessed with it. So it's just crazy to think that like these kids, but I still went outside, still hung out with my friends. I still did all these things outdoors that I think help connect with people.
There's a difference though, because your technology required you to be in the house. Their technology
is in their pocket.
Is they carry it with them.
So the question I have, this event that the kids were on their phone, were they recording it for social media purposes, or were they just ignoring the fact that they were at this fucking cool event and they were on their phone looking at other shit?
They were at a social event, consuming social media, while being surrounded by other people who are also consuming social media.
But they weren't like recording their event for social media purposes.
No.
So that
Here's the thing,
that does
like-
make it sad because they're letting life pass them by and
No,
looking at
I mean,
other shit.
they're still experiencing it. They're just recording it so their friends can see it. You know, it's all about like bragging. It's about bragging.
What Sean was saying is they weren't recording their social media, their event through social media. They were looking at other shit in social media while their event was happening around them. So that is sad.
But they're probably looking at their friends' videos of the event that they're at, you know? So they're
insane.
like,
True.
That's insane. You mean to tell me you're going to
You're at the same fucking event, but you're looking at Joe Smo down the
dude,
block.
this Joe Smo is
He's a popular
asshole.
motherfucker, man. No, but like, here's the thing, because the reason I asked, because many years ago, before, I mean, social media was a thing already, but I feel like social media is now the thing. I remember walking around with a friend and their 16, maybe 13-year-old sister saw the sunset, thought it looked pretty, took the picture of the sunset, and then went ape shit crazy, refreshing until she started getting likes because she wanted to make sure that she took the right picture. And I just witnessed her freaking out until she got a like, and then she started going, okay, I did the right thing. They're liking it.
You know, I saw this meme, and it encapsulates this whole topic. You know, it was a bunch of people, and they were recording something, and then there was this one old lady, and she was just watching it, and then the caption said, "Look at this weird old lady looking at life without recording it."
No, but
it's true. It's true.
I mean, just recently, Kid Rock, and this is a horrible example, got in trouble.
Then why use it?
Because it's the most recent one. Got in trouble for using homophobic slurs because somebody took out an iPhone during his concert, and he didn't like that. But like many years ago, Alice Cooper like stopped his concert and told people to put their fucking phone away or their tablets away because you're here to enjoy the concert. You're not enjoying it if you're watching it through a phone. Why watch it through a phone when you could just put it down and live the moment?
What?
You know, Dave Chappelle, he's known for having the audience, have the audience's phones taken from them and then given it back to them after the show. So he has the freedom to say the things that he wants to say,
but does he
without fear of like someone recording it and putting it on the internet.
So he does that for his protection so it doesn't end up on the internet, or does he do it so people can truly enjoy his fucking show?
Well, I'm sure it's to protect himself, one, and also so he doesn't say, like, he doesn't do bits that aren't finished and they might be like still unpolished and offensive, where, you know, like jokes need to kind of like grow and become something else. And then if it gets out into the public and it gets burnt, he can't use that material anymore. So that's another reason why he'd do that.
I would hate that.
Why?
I would hate that.
Having to surrender your phone?
Yes, 100%. See, I'm probably on the side of the kids in this situation, because when I'm at concerts, I do like to record the concerts or you know, shows or whatever, just for my own personal memories.
See, I think
I understand that, but I mean, we have like there is the artist's integrity, you know, like sometimes,
well,
you know, just things just get out there and they don't want it to get out there.
Well, fuck that. Here's the thing, and I'm playing both sides of the coin. if you
You're
are
a flip-flopping motherfucker, dude.
I don't know if I can
pick a
trust you.
side.
I don't know if I can trust you.
No, but the thing is, I'm truly trying to understand both sides of the spectrum here, or of the fucking coin. The thing is, if you are in this fucking industry, being a performer, your shit is going to get out there no matter what.
Well, I think you're trying to understand. You're trying to understand something that are two unrelated things. So, there's artist integrity to say, hey, I want to preserve the. It's like Hamilton, right? Like you couldn't find a recording of Hamilton. You couldn't find any of that stuff until like unless someone had snuck a phone inside. So it's like when someone got a chance to watch it live, like, oh, it's great. It's the greatest thing ever. Trust me, you're gonna love it. You have to go see it. It builds up this sort of anticipation.
No, but I think that goes with the ethics of the art that you're trying to watch.
Sure.
Because you're not going to go to Broadway and you're not going to see fucking phones going up because it's a fucking stage production. But if you go to a Taylor Swift concert, you're going to see fucking phones going up because it's not fucking Broadway.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also an artist. They're working on new stuff. You know, they're working on new stuff, and they can't put out something that's not finished. Like if you go to a movie set and then you just start recording the actors performing, is that the movie?
It'll be like a bootleg from 1990.
It's not the movie.
So
Yeah,
here's the thing. If Dave Chappelle is doing an open mic, yes, I can understand it. But if I am going to a marquee event with Dave Chappelle on the marquee, am I supposed to not record?
Well, it depends on what rules he has set for that show.
So I think Dave Chappelle's is a bigger beast for something like this because he has the clout to demand that kind of stuff. But you look at look at someone who's not as famous as Dave Chappelle, right? Look at you think Carlos Mencia, and that's probably a poor example of a comedian, or George Lopez, or anyone who has kind of run their course of like stardom. Like, there's no way you're gonna put your phone away at a George Lopez show.
So here's the thing: if you're going to an event and they have these house rules, it is expected that you respect it, and that's when you have the ushers, the bouncers, and people. Oh, somebody busted out their phone. Let me go tell them. But to go to the extent of, okay, everybody put your phone in the Ziploc bag. At the end of the show, you'll get it back.
We're so far off the topic of social media right now.
We're very far. And I blame you 100% for this. So, but to bring it back, the other side of it, that the other piece that you keep flip-flopping back and forth from, the other side of the coin, is the impact of just the attachment of having your mobile device and having your phone and consuming social media. Like I remember when I was growing up and Facebook was a thing and MySpace was a thing, and like having the most fucking decked out, fucking MIDI filled, HTML coded MySpace page was like the thing to do. And then you got like top 8, you got all this different shit, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I was as addicted to it as like these kids are nowadays, where it's like
I call bullshit, because I guarantee you probably got it caught up in the fucking drama of MySpace. Why the fuck am I not on your top 8?
Here's the thing about MySpace. MySpace never had a like button.
That's true.
That's true. And now Facebook doesn't just have a like button; it has an angry button, a heart button, a care button.
Yeah, there was very little bit of validation with Facebook, other than someone going to you in real life and saying, "Hey, I like your page," or maybe leaving a comment.
But now Facebook,
but that was it.
Facebook fucks you over and reminds you in your memories, this is the most liked fucking picture from 2019, or this is the most liked fucking memory from 2019. So not only is Facebook fucking you over by saying, hey, what the fuck have you done now? Remember this shit from 2019.
So what do you think? What do you think 30 years from now? Like who are these kids going to be? Like what will the state of the country be with these kids who are just used to consuming and having validation through social media?
Well, now they're getting paid for being validated through social media.
Well, the sad thing is they may not make it to adulthood. You know, they may not make it to like their late 30s or 40s because
Why do you say that?
depression and suicide are you know, those statistics are rising, and it's because of social media that this is happening.
I don't think it's 100% social media's fault. Like when I brought up this topic, I also feel this whole fucking pandemic and lockdown has increased the fucking numbers of depression.
So hold on. So before
the only thing that
no, go ahead.
the whole thing with lockdown is that the only thing a lot of people could do is be on social media and Netflix, and you know,
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of depression, the depression would stem from like the social media where people are
ironically enough, I was in creating the show notes. I found a TikTok that was talking about millennial depression from someone who categorizes himself in the millennial range. And this TikTok has been viewed over 1 million times. So probably shared a bunch. And it was even, I think it's called Stitched or Duetted or it was basically,
Stitch.
it was like someone else had used it, had put their video in front of it. Anyway. So I'm going to play the audio.
What's the difference between stitching and duetting?
That's not the question right now, Juan. We're going to listen to we're going to listen to the TikTok. It's about 1 minute long. So Juan, if you have questions, please wait to the end. All right, and here you go.
Like, what the fuck happened to us? Why are we like this?
Yes, let's get into millennial depression. We're also going to extend your age range to 88 because that's me and can confirm super depressed. Now, a lot of the blame gets put on things like 9/11 and Columbine happening in our formative years. And like, yeah, sure, that was traumatic, but every generation has their traumatic event. We didn't have to watch our friends die of AIDS. We didn't have to watch our friends be drafted to Vietnam. Like, we didn't really have it that bad. We were told, however, that we could be whatever the hell we wanted as long as we said no to drugs and went to college. Like, the worst thing we could have done was not go to college and work at McDonald's for the rest of our lives because demonizing the service industry was something they totally did in the 90s. So we went to college, graduated with mountains of debt into a recession where the wages have stayed stagnant for the last 20 years, found out we couldn't be whatever the hell we wanted, had to resort to service industry jobs anyway just to survive, sometimes even more than one. So we're all burnt out, feel like failures because we're not doing what we want to do. And yeah, obviously we're depressed. And that's not even touching on the social media aspect.
Holy fuck, I'm a millennial.
Well, yes, you've been denying the fact that you're a millennial, but I mean, I found that, and I thought it was very apt to what we're talking about today. And so, like, as Juan as denying himself of being a millennial this whole time, but I think Jay being the Gen Xer of the group. So I'll ask the other two, Aquila and Juan, how real does that feel to you? Has that seemed like to hit the nail on the head?
I did. It fucking did.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You've known me for denying that I'm a fucking millennial and that I'm on the cusp and I just have millennial traits. But when she started talking about Columbine and all these mass shootings, and I'm like, what the fuck do you know, kid? And I realized, no, that she sounds about the right age group, and shit, I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
And
millennials, what, 81 to 97?
Yeah, some I can't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, forgive me. We did a show on it, for Christ's sakes. But I found this TikTok or this information stream very interesting, and she has other parts that also go into the social media aspect parts of it. But
even without touching social media, all the shit that we were raised to do, that's fuck. I will tell you this, something that rang true to that, because I've been in the service industry or the hospitality industry all my fucking life. There was a stigma because I remember running into somebody from high school and we started conversating, or we started a conversation, and one of the questions and the way they said it was so judgmental. They're like, "Oh, are you still working at that theme park?" And I go, "Yeah." Oh, and in my head, I was like, bitch, I probably make more money than you do.
Jesus Christ.
No, because the way they said it was like poo-pooing that I work in a fucking theme park. And I was like, really? You're poo-pooing? I probably make more money than you do. And you're probably going to call me because you're going to want tickets to that fucking theme park later on.
So 100%.
No.
Wait, so I mean, what what was your point for that?
No, because
It was to let him know that people poo-pooed him once.
no, because it rang true. She was like, we were this generation or our generation was raised to poo-poo like the service industry or the hospitality industry, and I don't feel like I was raised to demonize it or poo-poo it, but a lot of people were. I, as a kid, wanted to be in that industry, and a lot of the millennials that poo-pooed it were forced to go into that industry, and now feel less accomplished because they're part of that industry. Me, on the other hand, I know you guys are going to judge me. I grew
It's
up
too late,
wanting,
Juan.
huh?
It's too late,
Okay.
but continue. Yeah.
I grew up wanting to be part of the theme park industry.
so
Okay, well, how does this contribute to your millennial
it
depression?
doesn't. So with that said, Juan. So with that said, now knowing and kind of having the millennial experience kind of truncated down into a 1 minute bite, right? Again, how do you think that this current like big data, fast paced like button, like social media, like how do you think it's going to impact these kids? Like Jay said, 30 years from now, like they're probably not going to be
Dude,
around.
it's a drug. Like likes are addicting. You know, you get that dopamine every time you get a bunch of likes on there, and then you want to keep doing more. And for kids, like in their formative years, like the teenage years, and they're on social media and they're getting these likes and they just don't know how to handle it. And then they're trying to deal with the pressures of like keeping up with some of the kids who may have a little more than them. It's depressing for any kid to go through, you know, like it's really sad.
Yeah, it's crazy because we talked about the gap, the wage gap when we talked about racism. And it's like these kids have this, like, it's amplified. Like, you know, you got to have the new thing because you have to be able to put on Instagram. And then if you can't do that, not only are you shunned online, but you're also shunned in person. So it's like you get it on two fronts. So it's almost, yeah, I think, Jesus Christ, yeah, I think you're right. And then on top of that, these kids are, on top of that, they're also, you know, comparing themselves to all these other people, to these celebrities who've had like all kinds of plastic surgery, to these people who have like these impossible physiques because they eat crackers and an apple a day. So, you know, it's just insane.
But also filters.
You know, you know what? Yeah. I mean, there's filters that make people and what they really are. And then they look at themselves in the mirror with no filters. And then they're like, why can't I look like my Instagram filters, you know?
In specific, it reminds me of, again, I was perusing the TikTok, and it was this thing that blew up for like a week and a half of Will Smith. Now, Will Smith, he literally is just him and the camera and is panning around like his dad bod. He's not like, and he doesn't look like, you know, Men in Black, Ali, Will Smith. He looks like,
Bad Boys, Men in Black. Or Bad Boys, Will Smith.
Oh yeah, let's keep naming Will Smith movies. He runs in all of them. But my point being is that he's not in the ideal shape. Like he doesn't look like a movie star. He looks like somebody's dad who's like going to walk out and with those black socks and sandals on, you know, to go embarrass their kids. And so like it just, and I don't know if that's supposed to be empowering. I don't know if the idea was like, well, fucking Will Smith looks like that, it must be okay. Which I think, like, you know, in a world full of like likes, and that's how you're getting fed on the system. You know, Juan, you say something about your new body right now. I'm gonna
no. You know what? Fuck you. Here's the thing. We are sitting here and putting the pressure on social media about these stigmas that are driving depression or possible depression or dysmorphia or unrealistic expectations, and it's not just social media. Social media is the new demon right now. Before social media, it was television. It was magazines. How many times did people say, I want to be like this because this is how I saw it on XYZ magazine? But in reality, this is not how it is, because people have been airbrushed, people have been photoshopped on these magazines, or people are made to look good like this on television and movies because they worked out for that role. That's the stigma that previous generations had. now people feel that social media is the new demon or the new stigma because that's the new media.
It's a frightening concept that may happen in the future, like with all the like fat shaming and body shaming and all these different types of shaming, we might get to a point because of the amount of depression that people are suffering from because of social media. We might start having people defending, people who are committing suicide, and then people who are telling them, oh, they shouldn't have done that, and then they get suicide shamed.
Yeah.
And then that'll be a thing where like, oh, don't shame him for suicide. You don't know how he feels. And then suicide might become this popular thing where like, well, it's okay then. It's not a thing where it's wrong to do it. It's just how you felt. And then you just want to do it, which that to me is terrifying. It's so terrifying.
See, I still don't see as social media being the biggest issue. I think the problem that we have with social media is that we have instant gratification. Right now, a lot of people bring out an idea and they get verified or they get validation.
They get instant validation. Juan, you ever heard of the term FOMO before?
Foaming from the mouth.
No.
No. No.
Wait. Sean, before you get into that.
So what
the reason you don't feel that way is because you're an adult. You're an adult.
Yeah.
These kids, imagine being a teenager and dealing with those types of pressure, like not getting validation right away.
I don't think we're giving younger generations the credit. I don't think that we're monitoring them enough. No, here's the thing. With social media, there is a lot more power, and there may be some people out there that lack that responsibility, but there's a lot more things that are being corrected. And so I wish we would have brought up like the Obama interview where he actually does say that his daughter's generation, the whole cancel culture, is very dangerous. But the thing is, some of the younger generations, they get some of the stuff that should be changed.
Well, I mean,
I think so.
I honestly think that social media should be mandated. Like everything on social media should be mandated, and you shouldn't have. Well, regulated,
or
regulated. Where you don't have,
because mandated, you're essentially saying everything on social media should be shoved down your throat. That's I don't think that's what you're meaning. You're
everything
trying to say that
everything on social media is kind of shoved down your throat. Advertising people's lives, they're just shoved down your throat, and like you have to have incredible willpower to put it down and not look at it.
So I think what you're trying to say is that social media should be regulated, but if we start regulating social media, where do we fucking stop? Where
I mean, you stop at social media.
No, because right now, let's say I'm Big Brother and I say fucking social media should be regulated because it's a danger to society. It's a danger to younger generations. But then how the fuck am I going to stop regulating just at social media with the new danger surfaces?
So hold on. Just back up for a sec. So do you have Google, right? You use yes. Google. Yeah. All right.
So when are we going to start regulating Google?
Well, so Google self-regulates. So here's the thing. I have a child and she has a tablet and she has a Google account, but that Google account is 100% controlled by me.
Yes.
Until she reaches like 13 or 12 years old. So there's a form of regulation there where I still have say over how much time she spends, how much, what she gets to view, what app she can use. So,
but you're doing that as a parent and as being self-conscious as a parent.
Sure. So just like Jay is saying, like it's my choice to regulate. Like if you don't have that kind of careful, like that kind of careful attention to it, then it's easy to fall into a trap.
So I
think-
apologize because the way that I understood Jay's point was we should regulate it as
well, yeah. So you
a
think
larger entity.
So because right now there are 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds who don't even know who they are yet. They're looking at the Kardashians of the world, the Kylie Jenners, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, the list goes on of celebrities who these kids are trying to mimic and be like, and they have free access to them because they're on social media. I mean,
yeah, there's little kids that want Botox and
but
they
you
want
had access.
they want like plastic surgery.
You had access to them before social media, on MTV, on fucking reality shows.
So it's the difference. So here's the difference. I didn't take MTV with me to school. I didn't watch it on the ride home. I didn't.
Did you have magazines?
Yeah, but the thing
did
is,
kids
yes,
not have magazines back then that took them with them?
But the speed.
Yeah, but you have to buy a magazine.
You have to
point.
buy a magazine, and the magazines come out once a month, sometimes once every 2 weeks, maybe
once a week.
Yeah, or maybe once a week. Yeah. And the information by the time it gets to the page, and it could have changed. Social media, hour to hour. On TikTok, this thing is famous for the first couple minutes, and then boom, 15 minutes later, some other kid is going viral because it's some other dumb thing he's doing. I never had that. When I was growing up, when we went to school, something happened at lunch, and that was the thing that was going on until the next day at lunch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like something happened at lunch, something happened at PE, something happened, and if it did, it happened within our social circle, and we all talked about it, we gossip about it. Mm-hmm. I didn't go home and like hide in my computer and like, you know, like and look at other people like live their life. So with that said, you know, it's one of those things that like these kids, they kind of grow up with a fear of missing out on stuff. They, you know, so that's why I ask you, Juan, if you know what FOMO is. Do you know what FOMO is? Not foaming at the mouth.
I don't know what FOMO is then. I don't.
It's the fear of missing out.
Something that I suffer from.
It's like in the context of our conversation, Juan, you couldn't even take a guess at that.
I honestly.
He did take a guess at it. He said foaming at the mouth.
I thought that's what foamers were.
FOMO. The term is FOMO. Yeah, FOMO.
No, I didn't know fear of missing. Dude, I barely knew what YOLO was a couple years ago, and how happy was I using it in every other fucking sentence.
Well, so I'll start with Aquila. So in the show, I said, ask, do you have FOMO? And you said it's something you suffer from a lot.
100%, absolutely.
So
I have it. I have it right now, and I could have friends just like sitting around watching a movie. You know, like
so crazy.
You have fear of missing out, like, on what other people are doing, or
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you have your normal you have your 4 group of friends, and you know maybe 3 of them are hanging out without you because you're at work. That would like kill me. I'm like, I'm missing out. What are they doing? What are they talking about?
So
where are they going?
The fear that you have, is it just like, oh man, I really want to be with those 4 friends and hang out with them? Or is that fear driving a real anxiety in you? Like, holy shit, am I missing out? Or is it creating a fear because now you're getting paranoid thinking that those friends are now talking shit about you because you're not there?
All 3.
So you generally have real anxiety from it?
Oh, I have before. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm sorry. And how do you cope with it?
Now, Juan.
I mean, you just kind of deal with it, you know.
So
maybe cry a little if you want to. I mean, I don't cry, but
do you guys think that other people? Do you guys think that other people are FOMOs and
you're a FOMO?
No, or they have genuine anxiety or this fear, and that's causing them to be depressed.
I will answer that in just a sec, but go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Juan, take all of that FOMO anxiety that Aquila is feeling
Yeah.
and put that into a 16-year-old.
It doesn't have to be a 16-year-old. It could be a fucking grown-ass person.
Yeah, but it's worse. It's worse with a person who's younger who
How the fuck
don't
do you know
how to.
that, though? How do you know that?
Because
Juan, did you forget what it was like to be like?
No,
a
it's not. It's not just a 16-year-old. It could be a grown-ass person that has that same exact fucking feeling, though.
Well,
You're-
yes,
you're right.
A
You're
grown
right.
person.
The thing is, we cannot sit here and say it's just multiply a lot more as a 16-year-old because it could be a true feeling or depression that a person has as an adult, as a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, a 50-year-old.
Yeah,
That has probably stemmed since they were like 16.
yeah.
This is something that they've dealt with all their life, but they don't know how to deal with it at a young age.
Yeah, and
Sure.
the other piece of the equation is that again, it's all amplified by the idea that it is greater. Like it, we all knew that rich kid in school, and you just assumed they had a better life. But now you get an opportunity to see that kid kind of like fucking blow money all the live long day now because you have social media and you can keep up and you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
like, and that's really like the and that's what I mean like. So yeah, just like Akula was saying, you just kind of deal with it by do whatever you got to do to kind of get by. But now these kids, like, they have social media, they're depressed, and you wonder why, but it's like all the reasons they're depressed are sitting right in their hands. And it's like if it's happening just at school, fine, then you leave school and you don't have to connect with that anymore. But then all your school friends are on social media, and then you go to social media and you're forced to look at it. Like when you're not even forced, you're compelled to look at it when you get home. And so yeah, is it worse?
when you're a kid and if your family doesn't get you, and then all you have is your social media friends. I mean, what are you going to do then? Like
Yeah,
you're
and-
just going to be on social media.
So
It's
what
true.
about people like us that didn't have social media? How did people like us deal with it when you're like your family didn't get you? How did you get over that anxiety?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's something that everyone has to deal with when they grow up. But for kids now, they're bombarded with so much information that they have to process, all these feelings and emotions that they have to process right then and there. Like, we had the luxury of kind of taking our time with like processing emotions. Like, we could go a week and be like, oh, why did they look at me like that? And then you could figure it out, but they have to figure it out like right then and there, and then they have to blog about it. They have to post about it. They have to do something, a picture.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody copes differently, Like, I mean, if you're the black sheep of your family, you figure out how to cope. Maybe that coping mechanism is video games. Maybe it's diving into technology. Maybe it's bike riding. Maybe it's I don't know.
I feel like maybe demonizing social media and the kids nowadays
I think
a lot more than.
I think the point, Juan, is that there's a link there. I believe that there's a link between social media and depression, and I think. Yeah, the lockdown didn't help, but I think having
What about
access.
depression awareness or just depression awareness? You don't think social media has helped that as well?
I think it's helped. I think it helped publicize that kind of stuff when there's an impact in your circle. So if there's an impact in your circle, then it makes waves to whatever circles you touch.
Yeah,
and so,
Well, it's.
so
I'm sorry, Sean.
No, go ahead.
It's honestly like the Surgeon General's warning on the pack of cigarettes. Like they're trying to reach out, but they really don't care. They want you to stay on social media, but they're gonna put out these little warnings, but no one's gonna. They're still gonna be on social media because it's an addiction.
100%.
Yeah. So have you guys seen the movie The Social Dilemma? Have you guys seen that?
I have, yes.
Have you? Juan, I assume you haven't seen it because you don't watch anything. Aquila, have you seen it?
But I think Jay
Nope.
recommended it to me, right?
Well,
Right, Jay?
I think we all recommended it. Anyway, if you haven't seen The Social Dilemma, essentially it is about how like the big tech companies that are in trouble right now, the Facebooks and the Instagrams, but specifically Facebook, how they created the like button essentially just to create engagement. and that right there, the creation of the like button altered social media basically in perpetuity. And so the movie itself is really like a propaganda for like everyone should get off social media. But they have, and Juan, you would know this guy. He played Angel's son in the show Angel, Connor.
Yes, yeah.
He's
he
in
was
it.
on Mad Men too, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he actually plays the big data, and basically he's like trying to keep you engaged with social media. So it's like if it's taken account of how often you scroll, whose profile you look at, and it's literally shooting you. Oh, hey, Joe Blow just posted. Come and look at it, just to keep you engaged. And
all these algorithms that we know exist. Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's just crazy to think that like a big brother, big tech, whoever you want to blame, has so much data and information on what gets these kids' attention that it's almost like it's like fishing with dynamite. Almost, it's almost easy to get a whole bunch of people, because then you start studying people's habits, and then it's just a stone throws away from like. I mean, this could be your son. This could be my daughter. In a couple years, it's like, hey, how come you want this? Sock and boppers. Well, because I saw them on Instagram. Not only did I see them on Instagram, but my favorite Instagrammer also used them in some crazy Instagram video stunt that got a bajillion likes, and everybody's getting them this week.
How old do you have to be to get a social media nowadays?
I want to say 11 or 12, like maybe.
No,
13.
but I thought,
isn't it 13?
13? Is it 13? Yeah.
I thought like back in my day, like if you were like if you were a kid, you could like Facebook themselves wouldn't allow you to open an account if you were of a certain age. What is
Facebook?
that?
You had to be in college.
Yeah.
Well, no, the original Facebook, but after it went public away from the college systems, wasn't it like 16 or 18?
I don't remember, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
At first they wanted to. Facebook was supposed to be a paid subscription type of thing, and then nobody wanted to pay for it, and then they made it free, but then they made the advertisers the customers, and your personal data is what they sell to the advertisers, which is scary. It's scary that they have your social media is geared towards you in particular.
Yeah, there's one. I think I told you about this, but there's a website that it's a Google website that you log in with Google. We talked about this, where they just kind of go down a list of assumptions they have on you based on your search history. And on the Joe Rogan podcast, he had Edward Snowden on, who's like famously known for fleeing America because he's a whistleblower, and they're after him. And he was talking about how not only is like, there's ways to hack your phone to make it look like it's off, but it's always collecting data. There's no reason to keep any of this data. They just have it just in case. And in case what? In case they want to, understand more about Juan Ledesma and get him to buy, some more chickens. He looks so angry. Why are you so angry?
That may be why you have so many pop vinyls.
Yeah, it's true.
Or Funko Pops.
I mean, if you open your Instagram feed and is the first ad pop vinyls, he's gonna open it right now. But anyway, if you've never seen The Social Dilemma, it is an interesting look, and kind of as an interesting look in the minds of all the people, because they didn't know what they were doing, but after they did it, they realized they had done something, and they just didn't know what it was. And then when it became what it is now, they're just like, holy shit, I couldn't have imagined it would have become this sort of beast, but I knew that I'd done something. And so some of them even sound like, fuck, they're like what I can only imagine Einstein had felt like after he had helped create the atomic bomb. It was like, I fucked up, but it's too late now.
Wait, did he do that?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Wait,
about Einstein? The atomic bomb?
Theory of relativity.
Yeah, it was
he
the
split
Manhattan
an atom.
Project. Yeah, the Manhattan Project.
He split an atom, and that's how the nuclear bomb was created.
Yeah. So,
going back to even more depressing social media. The Social Dilemma it's very eye opening. Like they do a lot of reenactments with like kids that are on the social media, And there was one that it was so depressing. This little girl, she took a picture of herself.
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ!
She put a selfie. Yeah, she put a selfie up, and then she got all these likes. And then this one kid just said, "You look weird," and then it just messed her up, and she was so sad. She was crying, just looking at herself, and she's like she's not good enough, and like it was just one comment,
Yeah, and
she didn't know how to handle it.
But you know what? Juan does make a good point, though. Sorry, I do have to say this because a woman, an adult woman who is 30, can do the same thing, and it can tear her down as well. So I just think that with social media, I think with social media, it doesn't matter the age. If you're gonna take negativity to the heart, then you're gonna take it to the heart.
Well, I mean,
can also be used as a tool, because social media is filled with different body images and because
what side are you on, Juan?
No, here's the thing. I honestly wanted to come into this episode demonizing social media, but as I realized going into this episode, I don't think it's just social media. I think it's us as a society that we keep on trying to cling on to unrealistic expectations. And yes, we try to cling on because we all try to be like X, Y, and Z. And you don't have to be good looking. You could be ugly. It doesn't matter because, and going back to the original point when I started talking before you said, whose side am I on, is social media has the two spectrums. It has the beautiful people, but then you can choose to ignore the beautiful people and cling on to the polar bear funny people and be like, I want to be just like them. But the fact of the matter is, it's on that whatever inner demons that person has that you're going to find the pros or the cons of any media, not just social media, and just either make it or destroy yourself with it.
But Juan, you're saying this as an adult. You're saying this with the mindset of an adult. You know what you like. You know the type of person that you are. But someone as young as like 13, 14, in there, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle it.
That's the problem. You're saying that I, as an adult, know what I want. That could be true, or that could not be true with any adult.
True.
Some adults. Why do you think people came up with the term midlife crisis? People go to their entire lives trying to figure out what the fuck they want. The fact of the matter is, I feel like we're not giving some of the younger generations enough credit, and we're giving some of the older generations too much fucking credit.
Well, I think
here we are sitting on our fucking high horse, talking about they're not there yet. Their minds are not ripe. And yes, their minds may not be ripe, but who says our minds are ripe?
Well, I mean, most people, when they become alcoholics or they become addicted to cigarettes, they usually start at a young age. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as an addiction goes, it starts at a young age. You start getting likes, and then you get addicted to likes, and you get addicted to this validation that you need to constantly have it.
So you don't subscribe that to the science that some people have something in their DNA to become addicted or are more prone to addiction?
Well, here's the thing. I am not against social media. I am not against it, but I do think that we need to have some type of responsibility with social media. Like we need to educate people that social media isn't real. Like the things that you see on social media, it isn't real. Like those aren't real people.
Yeah, you know what? And that's actually a great point, Jay. And I think that like when you watch some people in TV and magazines, there is a cognitive dissonance that happens where you are able to easily separate, like, yes, this is a movie, this is TV, this is made up, this is some sort of fiction. But like with social media, because again, everyone has a phone, everyone's a content creator, everyone can just go on and make a video and use a filter and look however they want. That you kind of it's hard to separate the reality of it from what you're seeing, because you could turn around and make a video just like that. So it's like, did that person have plastic surgery, or am I just not good enough? Can I do that, or am I just not trying hard enough? You know what I mean? It's like, I think, you know, when you look at previous generations that didn't have social media, yeah, I had, you know, you have TVs, you have movies, but I think it was very clear that was made up and for entertainment purposes. And maybe there was some parts of it that you would never be able to accomplish. But, you know, like, yeah, like Neo can stop bullets. I know I'm never gonna be able to stop bullets, but I just mean that, like, but that's very clear. However, on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook Live or whatever the fuck, that one crazy ass guy that does all those goddamn magic tricks on he was on Vine.
Yeah.
I can't tell if half that shit's real. I don't know. He might be the devil. I don't fucking know.
It's like every video on social media is like found footage.
Yeah,
it's like a found footage movie, you know.
Yeah, it could be real. It could be doctored. I don't fucking know. But Juan, you seem angry.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this entire shit.
Oh,
I do have a question for you, Sean.
What's up?
Since you said, like, you know, it was easy to tell the difference between, like, you know, TV and stuff. Oh, it was fake. You felt that way as a child too? Because I gotta tell you,
burn, burn.
I've done some stupid stuff because I saw it on TV or America's Home Funniest Videos, and you know, I think
our generation had the warning of "Don't try this at home, motherfucker."
I mean, we had an entire show. It was called Jackass.
Which honestly, Juan, you just proved my point about kids not being able to handle the things they see on social media.
Well, our shit was TV. It wasn't even social media.
What's the difference, Juan?
Yeah, but I mean,
we were going after Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Hey,
our generation had TVs, movies, magazines, radio shows, and TV, bitch.
Yeah, but we had the luxury of turning it off and leaving it.
People can do that with their phone too. They have that luxury too.
They have the choice.
Yeah. But it's so close to them though.
We had that choice. How many people decided to stay at home all day instead of go out and run into the fucking park?
Juan, but
wait, what are you talking about?
You say we had the choice to turn it off, or we didn't have the choice to take it with us. How many people decided not to go out to stay and watch TV? How many people recorded fucking episodes so they wouldn't miss out?
Why are you yelling?
Yeah,
I'm passionate about this shit. I honestly feel we're not giving these teeny boppers enough credit, and I feel like we are giving ourselves too much credit. And I'm not saying we, Jake, Aquila, Sean, and I'm talking about the royal we. I generally feel that if we are as sophisticated, for lack of better terms, as we think we are, then why the fuck did we have such a fucked up world for the upcoming generations?
Okay, first of all, Juan, none of us claim to be sophisticated.
No,
none of us claim that at all. but I mean, here's the thing, like we did grow up in a different time than these kids, you know, like we I remember a time where I remember being bored. Mm-hmm. You know, like I remember times where I had nothing to do but be bored and just entertain my own thoughts, you know, and kids don't have that. You know, they don't have that.
How do we know they don't have that?
But they are bored. They're just bored scrolling on their phone, but they're bored.
You know what we've turned into in this episode? We've turned into the old folks judging the younger generation. We are the ones from Footloose trying to ban rock and roll.
No, that is not it, Juan. That is totally not it. This is something more serious than rock and roll and dancing at a school. You know, like this is an addiction to, you know, for kids, you know, like this is something that's wrong. Yeah, it's something that's wrong in our society.
In 30 years, Juan, I mean, what will the world be? You know, do you think that you will have a place in that society? That's, you know, do you think that the kids today will be able to lead the country under the same guidelines they're living today?
Who says we can lead the country now?
Okay, devil's advocate. I mean,
No,
Sure.
I'm being honest.
No, sure, but I
I'm
just
being
mean
honest.
okay. So
Look at what we just went through with the last leadership.
okay,
That we've been more divided than we have ever been, or at least more visibly divided. And that's our generation.
Someone who was a heavy social media influencer.
yeah.
And then you take that 30 years from now when that's all people know is how to be a social media influencer,
You know what this
and to have
means?
that kind of power and authority.
It means that let's see who's the biggest person on social media right now. I don't fucking know.
Isn't
Logan
it Kylie
Paul.
Jenner?
Kylie Jenner. Kylie
Yeah.
Jenner is going to be the president in 30 years. Kylie Jenner will be the president in 30 years because this is the generation that will vote for her.
Yeah, Juan, how does that make you feel?
But here's the thing on that though. I will say there's a positive to social media because I'm gonna be honest. When I was 18 years old, I did not vote, did not care. Who cares about politics? But because of social media, it's reaching out to younger generations, and these kids are actually excited to vote. They're learning more about politics. I think
vote.
there's probably like 17-year-olds that know more about politics than I knew at 17. So there is a plus to having social media, and who's having whoever in office, you know?
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, social media can reach so many different people. However, the information that's regulated to people, it's not, it's not always what you want it to be, I mean, Trump was president. Trump got president because of social media.
The first, well, I mean, I think the example of that is just that, there is confirmation bias that exists in social media now that didn't exist, I think, when in the infancy of social media, where now the algorithms are so good that you find the stuff that you like.
You just see your side of the truth.
Yeah, you see your side of the truth. So, all the supporters for either side of the political station only see the truth about their political party. So, and everything else is nonsense. It's fake news. So what is the truth? What's actually happening?
Well, that's the thing. This is sci-fi scary right now because the machines are sending out different information to different people and they're dividing us. They're dividing us.
But we told them to do it. We're like, hey man, just figure out what this guy likes and keep showing it to him. Okay then.
Yes.
And so now
this is the beginning of the Matrix.
What is the truth? What is the truth? Jesus Christ. It's again, I'm just gonna say right now, just for the record, in 30 years, Kylie Jenner will be the president. Because I feel like that's how it's gonna go. And it's gonna be, the election's gonna happen on TikTok.
I'm getting to the point where I'm scared of social media that I'm gonna go back to a flip phone. I'm gonna get off the grid and I'm just gonna be a drifter, you're gonna
get a burner phone and you're gonna sell drugs. You're gonna sell the old school drugs. Not
I want to be off the grid, so no one can find me.
That's insane. Juan,
well, I'm keeping my social media.
It's funny. You know what? Since we're talking about social media, so I don't like Twitter came out. What year did Twitter come out? Aquila, like 2003, 2008? No.
Yeah,
2007. However, I 100%
Yeah.
embrace Twitter. I was like, this is great. I can't believe this. If you go back in my Twitter history, you'll see I was just posting all kinds of random shit. And there's a person on this conversation that called me a complete idiot for it.
Welcome to Twitter.
It was Aquila. She was like, "Oh, that."
I thought it was so stupid, and now it's like I still use my Twitter.
Yeah.
For sure.
I use Twitter now just for the show, but I mean outside of that, I've completely fallen off. And there's so much stuff that happens on there, there's so much stuff. There's stuff that's trending on Twitter that impacts the world. It's actually very fucking crazy.
In fact, I had a Twitter, or I have a Twitter, but I never really used it. And then I started following Trump.
That's right. That's right.
Because I started following him once he was president because I wanted to know, he communicated a lot through Twitter and I wanted to know what he was doing to piss me off. So Sean would say, why the fuck are you following him if he pisses you off? And I go, because I want to know what I'm angry about.
So, I mean, you again, I think you just proved another point that Jay was trying to make earlier, which is that you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going on social media to find what makes you angry so you can be angry about it.
Here's the thing. There was so much shit articles that was coming out. Look what the president said on Twitter. And I would read this shit and be like, he didn't really say that. Then I went to his Twitter account and holy shit, he actually did say it. But there was other stuff that were like, look what he said on Twitter. But it was never an actual tweet that he said. It was people just making him into a meme. Oh, well, he did that to himself. But
yeah. So, with that said, I'll close it. I'll close it with this. I don't know who the villain is, but you don't want to live long enough to become the criminal. Is that?
I would like to say, fuck.
Wise words.
Yeah. So Aquila, so I'm going to close out the show, but I don't know if you've been following along, but this season we've done the I'm Not Crying, You're Crying Crybaby Gauntlet.
Didn't we do that? The last episode?
We did, and I didn't post it because it was pointless. Because I mean, you won already. What was the point of the vote?
Just a pity vote. I wanted to see if my wife, who was a guest star in the last.
Well, you could have posted it. You did not. So anyway,
you didn't even promote your wife.
I know. Jeez, this guy. Well, so
we all know I felt uncomfortable in that episode. Why am I gonna promote the possibility that I was almost killed afterwards?
That whole episode was your idea.
It was. So I
don't recall.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll find the audio and I'll add it to the end of this so to prove a point. But so with that said, Juan, I owe you a prize.
Yes. Where's my trophy?
Your trophy is here. Now, I told you your trophy is a Paquite 1-chip challenge chip. You can have that chip. And you said you're going to do it. You're going to do it on air.
Yeah.
You're going to do it on air. You're going to do it right now?
I thought that was the whole point.
Okay. Well, hey, this guy, hold on. We got to.
Oh, this is interesting.
Or are we waiting for the Johnny episode?
Jesus
Christ. What?
Is that a spoiler alert?
Yeah, it is. It is. Juan doesn't know how to do anything.
It's sealed. How do I open it?
You open it with your hands.
No, there's tape on it.
Yes.
Maybe you should go on Twitter and figure out how to open it.
You open it like a damn savage. So I guess he's going to eat it right now. So Aquila, you get to witness Juan hurt himself.
So should I go grab a thing of milk or?
If you want to vomit everywhere, sure.
No, I thought milk would help you like.
Not for those.
No, this is meant to be painful. So if you're going to do it.
I thought you were supposed to do it with
me. You won't.
No.
You have another box over there, motherfucker.
I do have another box.
And I'm pretty sure you can find audio where I said
Juan, you won't throw up if you put it in your...
No, I can't find that audio. With the bread. Oh, why'd you get it on your lips, bro? You're going to die. He's going to die.
Oh, I don't like this.
What did you expect to happen?
Tastes like
shit.
Dude.
He has to finish the whole chip?
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you should have just...
I can't do that.
Yeah.
You should have just stuffed the whole thing in there.
That's what she said.
Holy shit. No, I can't do this.
Ew, I don't think she would say that.
No, she would.
Yeah, I can't do this. No. It's already burning. It hurts.
Yes, that's what's supposed to happen. That's the whole point of this chip.
It tastes like shit.
Yes, it tastes horrible.
No, I don't want it. Fuck.
I think we're going to have to excuse him.
The spoils of being a winner.
That's it.
Oh, fuck.
This is great. So Juan, do you think social media is fair now?
Oh, fuck.
I think he's leaving.
I need to go wash my hands.
He's leaving. He said he has to go wash his hands. I think he has to go take a shit now.
He started rubbing his eyes, so now he's blind.
He like builds up, man.
Yeah.
What did he expect was gonna happen?
I thought he must have thought he was gonna fucking just do it and be fine.
It was one chip, labeled spicy as fuck.
Can you close the show?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Fuck you, dude. How did you eat that whole chip?
Same way your mom did.
You just put it all in your mouth? Dude, I'm nauseous. It hurts.
All right. Well, it looks like Juan is done. Juan, are you done?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh.
You sound like a winner. You sound like a fucking winner. Well, guys, that is it for I'm Not Crying, You're Crying Season 3. Thank you for coming along with us on this journey. Aquila, thank you for joining us on the final episode of Season 3.
Fuck. Oh.
Juan. I think we may have
Yeah,
killed
this is
Juan.
great.
I didn't even...
He is dying over there.
Oh, fuck.
What the hell was that? Well, with that said, everybody, you tell us. Do you think that social media is the bad guy? Do you think that Kylie Jenner is going to be the president in 30 years? I do. Let us know on Facebook, Twitter,
Did you say Kylie
Instagram.
Jenner or...
I said yes. I said Kylie Jenner.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
what I said.
Dude.
Anyway, with that said, everybody, thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Oh, Sean, tell them about the special.
Oh, that's
treat
right.
at
That's
the
right.
end.
Everyone, right after the music, right when it cuts, there will be a special surprise given to you from
Fuck you.
Juan. Look at this guy over here. He's ready. So make sure you stay to the end of the music, everybody, all the way to the end, and
God.
enjoy. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Until next season. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
First off, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you very much. You know what? Fuck you. I'm done, man. You know what? Fuck you very much. Fuck you with that. You know what? Fuck you. I know you're mocking me now on this one, so fuck you.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you very much. Fuck you. No, wait. Fuck you. Fuck you. No. Fuck you. I'll be Superman. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Go fuck her yourself, Jim. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, no. Fuck you. No. Fuck you. Now we can't bag on one. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. He's only starting down the mob card. Fuck you. You know what? I would like to say fuck you and fuck you. Fuck you. I'm telling you. I'll go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's what. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck you.
Oh,
Fuck yourself.
is-
Fuck you. Fuck you with the baseball bat. Well, fuck you. Okay, I'm done now. Fuck you guys.